Hello everybody and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Sunday and we're going to continue on with our turkey run page here. So we've got the turkey done. Now we're going to do his feathers and hopefully get this page finished up today. If not, I will finish it offline. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Sue. Hello, everybody out there in Lurker Land. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. It is the last day of November. We did go through yesterday and pick out all the pages that we'll be coloring. And of course, in the process, we colored a turkey that is running away. So we're going to zoom in and get started. All right, so we're going to do the turkey's feathers. Zip this over just a little bit here. There we go. And then we're going to take care of that. So the turkey's feathers, we're going to start with a gray. And I think I want elephant gray to start. Okay. My sharpener has decided that it really wanted elephant gray. And it was eating it. So I'm going to use my hand sharpener from now on, just so that I don't have to deal with that. And we're just going to put a base coat of this. Bob took down all the Christmas stuff. I will be doing Christmas decorating throughout the week. Hello, Calamity. Hurry back. And I'm just going to put a base coat of this elephant gray on each feather. And then we'll start adding the additional colors and get those feathers done up. I've also got to go through at some point this week and change the videos out for Christmas videos for the startup and that sort of thing, and for our Saturday and Sunday streams. Because, it's Christmas. We need to have, uplifting, wonderful Christmas songs. I hope you enjoyed the one that I used for the startup introduction video there. Well, I got things ready. Yeah, my husband found out that, there's 10 inches of snow in Wisconsin where he's going. So that should be interesting. I'm not worried about him driving in it or anything, but he refuses to take a winter coat. So, because he's not going, out in it, he's just going to the car and going to the office. But still, it worries me. But he won't listen, so I'm just going to hold my tongue. All right, now we've got the gray down. Now we're going to go a little bit darker in the grays, and we're going to use this one. This is carbon gray. Oh, okay. Let me know if anybody else is getting an echo. I may have accidentally turned on two mics, so let me know if anybody else gets an echo. Sometimes if I have accidentally turned on two streams, I'll get an echo at the same time, so shut one down. If you can still hear my voice, then you know that you've got two open. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. We don't get that much snow out here, so yeah, yeah. You gotta be careful. Make sure that you don't get a slippage going. Welcome back. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going up the center of the feathers with the carbon gray. And then we're going to start adding some browns. Yay! Glad there's no echo. I'm going to have pizza. I have no idea what I'm doing for dinner tonight. All right. I'm going to turn the book a little bit here so that I can follow this up. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I've got to move some furniture around today so I can get the tree set up and let it settle so that I can go through and get the ornaments on it. it's been in the cold, so, and it's a artificial tree, so I do find that if it's been in the cold, it does take a little bit of time to warm up so that I don't break the branches when I start moving things around. All right, now we're going to use this one, dark chocolate. Okay. Good evening, Mandy. How are you? Yep, it seems to be snowing out in the east quite a bit, so. In the central areas. Okay. It was good. It was good. It was quiet. It was just me and hubby and the youngest, so. My oldest had his very first Thanksgiving where him and his girlfriend prepared the meal. So, oh, nice, Mandy's. Hello, Nappin. It's running away. It was not prepared properly. They were in the middle of making it ready for dinner, and it decided that it was not going to, have that privilege. Ah, it wasn't the stuffing it was objecting to, I don't think. I think it was unaliving it that it was rejecting, but you know. All right, now we're going to go a little bit lighter, and we're going to use the hazelnut in some areas. We were just talking about the snow, dear. No, it's okay. You can keep it. Bob will get plenty of it while he's there. Like I said, snow is fantastic if it was to only fall on the yard, not anywhere else. All right, now we're going to use camel. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I know where I stand. It's okay. Hello, Angela. no, it's perfectly fine. I knew that you were down in California. How was your Thanksgiving? I hope you enjoyed it. All right, and then we're going to take the white. Oh, I missed one. And I'm going to use the Prisma white because I want it to be very white. I don't know why, but I always end up breaking the tips on a Prisma white. All right. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm glad you had a good time. All right, and then we're going to take that charcoal gray and we're going to come down and a little bit of black. And then out and so. Angela, I went through yesterday and did half of the stream as the choices for Christmas coloring this year. I have way too many Christmas coloring books, I think. And I still want more. That's the terrible thing, is there's more that have come out that I really want. There's a one by RJ. Yeah, we won't say that too loudly. I know, I know. There's one that came out by RJ Hampson that I really want. It is on my wish list, but I have to go through and it is December. I'm not allowed to buy myself anything, so I have to go through my wish list and add a few things because I have not been adding anything all year. And so I have to take a look around and see what see what I want to add. All right, so there we have our feathers. I'm going to take the blender and we're going to blend all those feather colors together, removing the white spot. I'm using the Derwent blender. I'm going to do this one down here. Excuse me. Gurgles. I got gurgles. Yeah, we went through and we picked one from each artist to color in. And I only chose 4 different artists. Plus the prompts, the bingo prompts. I have chosen a lot of different different artists and different books. Now, how many of them we get done might be another story. Now, with Christmas coming up, I am going to start doing the coupon page on the community tab. of the channel again, so that if there is any good coupons, those will be listed there. I will try to make sure that I get something from everything, so you have choices. If you have any requests, send them to me privately, either on Instagram or on Discord, and I'll take a look and see what I can find. You can also post your requests below the post. However, the post will be changed every day, so I might not be able to give you all of the answers directly through the post. So, all right, so there's the feathers on this side of the page done. We're going to do the wine as well. So we're going to take the maroon. Hello, Catherine. Good evening. Hello, Sue. I don't like the way that's looking there. I don't know why it's... I think it is because of the autofocus was on, so it's... There we go. The autofocus was on, so it was doing weird things, and I didn't like it. Okay. Then we're going to use this one. And this is the Fallow red. And then we're going to take Cherry. And then just going to top it off a little bit with crimson. Okay. Not very entertaining today, am I? We're just coloring. I think our conversation yesterday about how to raise and provide chickens in your freezer for the winter kept a few people away, but that's okay. All right, and now we're going to dust that off. Oh, I'm going to check that. There we go. And we're going to we'll come back through and put in some light areas for the wine from the shimmer. Maybe. We'll see. Right now I'm just going to blend as much of the white spot out of it as possible. So that it's a nice deep red. Yep, that is true. Unless you bring them all home, you know. Yeah, it's hard to have leftovers when. All right, now we're going to do the glass, and we're going to start with the carbon gray. Now we're going to do the glass as a clear glass. And then we're going to take the white. Yeah, that is true. When you're traveling that far, it is definitely much harder to take it with you, that's for sure. But what you can do, now I'm using white, is you can make a small dinner at home just for you. The only problem with that is then you have too many leftovers. Yeah, that works. All right, so there is our glass. I'm going to come in a little bit into the red and pick that up a little bit into the glass itself. So I'm using the white just to pick up a little bit of that red and bring it down into the glass color, like so. All right, now we've got some greens here and a plate. So we're going to do the greens first. So we're going to use yeah, we're going to use old moss green first. Yeah, I'm not fond of sweet potatoes, so although I have taken to liking them more uh, since getting sick because they are better for me than potatoes. But I've actually been adding potatoes gradually into my diet, and they haven't been doing a horrible amount of damage to me, so I'm not blowing up like a balloon or anything like that, which is what I expected to happen. So he will eat them all. And now we're going to use pistachio. And we're going to put this pistachio everywhere on the leaf. And then we're going to build the color from there. I know it looks a little yellow, but it won't in a bit. We have another glass of wine and plate and that sort of thing on the other side here as well. And we'll get to that here in just a minute. I want to get this side done just in case we don't have enough time to get to both sides. At least then I have done everything at least once for you, just in case we don't have enough time to get through it all. Now I'm going to take the moss green and we're going to come in here. So we started the center area with old moss green, and then we're coming back through with moss green over top of it, leaving the old moss green showing through, but giving the branches a little bit more life. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, thank you very much for lurking at the end there. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you couldn't stop and say hello, though. But I'm glad that you got home nice and safe and sound, so that's all that matters. All right, now we're going to come in with a little bit of grass green. I still need to go through my markers and figure out which one I have that's dying. I know that my black is dying and there's a skin tone one that's dying, and I've told you this already 1,000 times. But I am just too lazy sometimes to actually pull them all out and go through them and figure it out. But I do have to do that so I can add them to my wish list so that Bob knows things for Christmas. So because he's trying to figure out Christmas things for me and I am not helping at all. Hello, Gia. Welcome, welcome. actually going to move things down a little bit so that I can not be pressing too hard on my arm. All right, now we're going to use forest green. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that you had to clean up after somebody else. Especially after you've already cleaned it. That always used to make me irritable when I would go into a public bathroom. You know, especially right after the cleaners had been there and people are doing silly things that are causing a mess. It's like, what is the point of that? Do you have any reasons? Now I'm using apple green. Yeah, exactly. Some people's kids. Okay. And we're going to come back through with the pistachio. Like so. And I don't know why it's showing that yellow, but it's driving me crazy. All right. Nope, that was not the right one. I'll put that back on there. Maybe that'll help. All right, now we're going to do this other leaf here. So we're going to come in with this one. I hate it when my settings get all messed up. It drives me crazy. Because then I have to sit and fiddle with it. I don't like sitting and fiddling with things. All right, and then Did I put it back? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Come in with a little bit of sap green on this one for the center. It is. All right, no problem at all. Enjoy your pizza. I love this page. It's so funny. And then we're going to take our lightest green here. We're going to get the coating on it. And then we're going to build out. So this is pistachio. All right, and then grass. There's another page that we're going to do of Kevin Teo's, and I love it. It's hilarious too. It's Bob the dog. All right, and then we're going to use forest. Drive carefully, Sue. We will see you soon. I've still got a whole hour. We might even get this page done today. Now, next week we will be starting on the Christmas pages. Does anybody have a preference of which one to start first? Now we're using the apple. Yeah, I'll go over the choices as at the end here after we finish up with this page. For anybody that was not here yesterday or wasn't able to chat yesterday. All right, and then we're going to go through and dust that off. Now I want this plate, the plate set, I think, to be blue. So we're going to take the Arctic blue first. I'm going to have it blue with some gold. So I'm just putting a really light base layer of the Arctic on it. I guess it's a bowl. I think it's a bowl or a shallow platter. Tomorrow will be a snow day. Yep. Well, possibly. I don't know. In your area, snow days are not something that out here, snow days happen all the time. We get frost, it's a snow day. Now I'm using the sky blue. Yeah. Yeah, if there's ice, they'll call it, but it's hilarious out here. They have anything more than a small layer of frost, and but we also get a lot of ice storms out here, so alright, then we're going to use Mykonos. Hello, Yana. Welcome, welcome. And welcome back, Dawn. I saw Shannon's posts of her Christmas decorations. That is a lot of blow-ups, I will say. It looks awesome, but that's a lot of blow-ups. She did a fantastic job of it, though. It looks very festive. I want a yard that big. I want a yard big enough to do that in. I would probably have that many blow-ups too if I had a yard big enough to do it in. Instagram. It's on her Instagram. Both her and her daddy's houses. Yeah. Yeah. She did a great job. Now I'm going back in with the Arctic blue, and we're going to use this as our blender as well as the brightener for the rest of the plate. Oh, it was her dad's house? Yeah. I think there's another one there with her house, isn't it? The where the tractor is? Or is that all her dad's house? Yeah, in the dark it was like so cool. Yeah, that's why I thought the tractor was at her uncle's or her house. The tractor with the Merry Christmas on it. All right, so there we have our plate. Now we're going to take some gold. And I think we're going to do that with gel pen, so we'll do that after. All right, now we're going to move over to the other side here and get the feathers done. Hello, Aspie. Good day. How are you doing? It's been a while. And then dark chocolate. Yeah, this is Kevin Tail and his frightened turkey running for its life. Now we're going to come in with the white. Like so. All right. Now for the wine, we're going with the maroon. First of all. All right, and then yeah, yeah, I love Kevin's sense of humor, and he has so many different layers to his art. There's the comical art, and then there's also the very serious art, and than the pretty art. And he has so many different layers to his art. Cherry. Yeah, the turkey is avoiding the possibility of being eaten. Now I'm avoiding this strip here because that is the shadow on the glass that is going to show that it's a glass. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to put a little bit of red into it when we color in with the glass color. Then we're going to grab this one, a little bit of crimson. Then we're going to dust it off. Now we're going to grab the cherry. I think I need a little bit of this too. Yes, I think he's Korean. Oh no, Kevin Teo's not Asian. What am I thinking? I was thinking of a completely different artist. Kevin Teo is French, actually. Um, he has been illustrating for quite some time. He's got several different books out. He's also got his own website. He's got his own Etsy and all of that stuff too. He's also got a Patreon. He also has his own Facebook group, and you can find him on Instagram as well. But yeah, he's French. Sorry, I was thinking of a completely different artist for a second there. Yeah, that's just his, and it's Teo with an accent over the O. All right, now we're going to take our blender. Taco. Well, But Kevin's been around, pretty much since I started coloring. So he's been around for quite some time. Thank you, Gia. All right, now we're going to take our gray. Okay. All right, now I'm going to start using that white. We're going to just blend that in. And I'm going to pull a little bit of that wine color up into the glass. I'm going to wipe the white off for areas that I don't want the wine to be showing in. We're going to drag a little bit of that color down through here. And through here. All right, there we have our wine glass. Dust that off. All right, now I'm going to move you down a little bit. And we'll get started on the plate and the salt and pepper. So again, the plate, we're going to start off with our Arctic blue. All right. Now I'm going to just put a little tiny bit of that blue behind there, but we're going to use the darker, brighter blue, just so that you can see that plate in behind there. Same with here and here. Just a little bit. And then we're going to add that sky blue. Well, there is 2 glasses, you know. And he is a fairly small turkey, I'm just saying. Turkey might get tipsy. And maybe that's why he's running. Now I've got Miko's blue. Mykonos. I am probably completely pronouncing it wrong, but that's okay. I am pronouncing it the way that it's spelled. All right. Then we're going to dust that off and come back through with the Arctic blue. Thank you. I think I am too, but you never know. I could be wrong. It's very possible. So I'm pulling some of that blue into the glass with the white, just so that we can see it behind it. All right, now for the salt and pepper shakers. We need well, let's do the tops of them in gold. So we're going to start with lemon yellow. And then we're going to come in with a little bit of butternut. All right, and then we're going to use dark chocolate. And then come back through with the yellow. All right. And then I'll show. And we've got the blues going on here as well to match the plates. But we're going to use a different dark blue so that we can define them from the plates. So now we're going to use lavender blue. And then we're going to use a little bit of blueberry blue. All right. And, oh, wrong one. And then we come back through with the ice blue. Okay, and then we're going to use the clotted cream. And a little bit of light coral for the shadow on there. And on here. Like so. Okay, well, I think all of our coloring parts are done. We've still got a little bit of time, so I'm going to zoom it out. And we're going to move it this way. Now we've got this part here, but I want to do the background first. So let's grab a couple of brushes. Ow, ow, ow. Let's stand up first. We're going to grab a couple of brushes here. And we're going to grab some ink. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do the background, this part here, and we're going to use we're going to use fossilized amber for the darker areas, and then we'll use a different yellow for the center area, and then we'll put in the tabletop there. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this one here, and we're just going to fill our brush. Bye, Dawn. Have a great day. Let's try and get this to lay flat. Makes it so much easier. Hi there, Marilyn. Thank you. Let's see you come in. All right. Then we're going to take a lighter yellow. But first we're going to put a ruler down. And we're going to go over the table area here so that we can make sure that the table itself isn't going to get covered with the wrong color. So here, okay. So everything above that can be done with the light color here. All right, now we're going to take the straw. Basically, I want the walls of the house to be a nice light yellow. But in the shadow areas, of course, it's going to be that darker yellow. So hello, Joyce. Welcome, welcome. All right, so there's our wall. Now we're going to do a table. So we need more of a brown than a yellow. So I'm going to go down a couple here. Let's see, what do we got in this one? Nope. Just trying to get my case apart here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's more greens. I don't want greens. Let's see. Let's try spiced marmalade. We'll do a mix if we need to. Okay, grab this one. Welcome back, Sue. I'm glad you got home nice and safe and sound. And we're going to take this one. All right. Now we're going to grab a gel pen and we're going to do the embellishments on the plate, and then he will be finished. Finished. All right, I'll put that back in here. Put that away. Gel pens. Just gotta find the gold one. Yeah, it snowed in a lot of places yesterday. All right. Then we're gonna just put some little embellishments on this plate as well, just so it matches. Like so. All right, and there we have our chicken running away. Well, our turkey. Our turkey having run. Run. All right, so that's all done. Finished. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, and then we're going to go over the books that we have chosen, and then we're going to pick one for starting next week. Yeah. So there is Kevin's chicken or turkey running away. No, I'm not going to make Thanksgiving dinner. And he's gone. Oh, Sorry, that was silly. For those of you that missed it, I did color a Christmas card. I have a few more that I'm still coloring. But these are all the books that we are choosing from. So we have Kevin Teo, of course. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We've got Kevin Teo, and the page that I have picked in here that I want to color in here at some point. There's a couple of different ones in here. I think they're all absolutely adorable. There's this one, or I can't find Bob. Hold on. Gotta find Bob. Did I lose Bob? Thought he was in here. I might color Bob on my own because it doesn't look like Bob's in here. Thought he was. He's so cute. Yep, it ran away. So we've got Groot, or I swore Bob was in here, but or the Grinch. Le Grinch. And if I can find Bob, he may be in the other book that we didn't choose. Yep, I think he was in the other book. So, let's just see. Yeah, it looks like he was in the other book because I'm not seeing him in the list. So that's fine. I'll color Bob another time. But we've got Le Grinch or Groot in this book. I haven't decided any others. We've also got Nice Little Town Christmas 4, Country Christmas, Mystical Lands Christmas, or Santa's Christmas. Which one do we want to color in tomorrow? Well, not tomorrow, on Saturday. Which one do you want to start next week? Santa's Christmas, Mystical Lands, so Ruth Sanderson, Karen Myers, Teresa Goodrich, Tatiana Bogoma, or Kevin Teo? What do you guys think? Kevin's Groot. Okay. Now with just doing Kevin Teo today, yeah, we might as well. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Groot, and 1 for Santa's Christmas. So I think we'll do Kevin Teo, get that one done. I am going to be starting on my Wild Winter one, so that will be started off screen. I'm going to be coloring this one, and that's my endurance page. So that one will be started soon. All right, so we will be doing this one on Saturday. Now, Bob is going to be going away for a week, so I may be doing impromptu streams throughout the week that he's gone. So we'll be coloring this one here. Starting on the weekend. If we don't get it done over the weekend, there may be some impromptu streams to jump in and get some things done while Bob is away. All right. So this is going to be what we start next week. So this is Crazy Christmas and j'appelle Noël. So I think it means Christmas tree, but you know, I have long since lost half of my French language. So Crazy Christmas is the book, and the root Christmas tree is the page. Okay, so that's what we'll be starting next week. All right, guys, with that, always uh, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for any YouTube artists that you enjoy. Of course, this is the page that we colored. Gotten that all done. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.